Welcome to the White Lotus channel. Thanks for being here. Deck review. Mad Deck Wins. Created by Juqs from Team Monarch in Brazil. And as a special guest, he is on the call as we go over this deck today. Juqs, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself or say anything before we start?
Sure, yeah. Hey, I'm OliverJuq's in Magic Online. I'm a Pauper player, Pauper aficionado. Like to brew wild stuff, and I'm a big fan of Madness as a mechanic and as an archetype, if it is an archetype. I don't know. And yeah, thanks for having me here, Lotus.
It's my pleasure.
This is great.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing for 20 years now. Yeah.
So it's about 2003.
Yep.
Have you been essentially or a Pauper player, or did you just kind of migrate over here over time?
Yeah, I used to play Standard in 2003, and then after that, Extended. I played a lot of Extended when here in my city we used to have weekly tournaments, extended tournaments, and I was playing every week. But then it started to get too expensive if you weren't going to try to get competitive. Like I was doing that just for fun, and it got expensive, so I took a break and I stopped playing for around, I'd say, 8 years, until I heard about Pauper. And all I had left from my pool back then, before I took the break, was my commons. And I was like, oh, okay, so I have a bunch of cards. And then I got excited and got to know the format. That was I think around 2015. And then yeah, that's when I got back to Magic, and I've been playing since. Only Pauper, yeah.
Nice.
Basically Pauper.
Excellent. Well, we're going to go ahead and look at the deck here real quick. I would classify this as a standard aggro deck. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And essentially based around the Madness mechanic with Wild Mongrel, Basking Rootwalla, Kitchen Imp. It does have probably one of the better turn 2 plays available to it in Pauper, which is turn 2 on Troll, Exhume onto Troll. I think the turn 2 Troll play against most decks is very powerful effect. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Now,
it's basically the reason why the deck embraced black finally.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a green-red deck, more creature-based, and like use stuff like Burning Tree, Emissary, and such to try to be explosive. But then now we have good mana fixing. We have the synergies between the cyclers, the land cyclers, and the dual lands. So I kind of just joined it all together to try to make, a good deck with Exhume Troll on turn 2 that can also keep the pressure up, adding bodies to the board after that.
Right. So we have aggro with the Exhume option, which kind of gives you 2 angles to attack from.
Yeah.
Now, in this deck, we have 16 lands, but we have 6 ways to find lands. So it's kind of, in a way, running 22 without running 22. 24 creatures, which is your standard creature count in an aggro deck. We've also got 4 Faithless Looting for draws, which we can repeat with its flashback effect. 2 Firebolt, 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Snuff Out for interaction and disruption. In the sideboard, Nile Spellbomb for the graveyard decks, Electrickery, which is especially good right now with Kadotha Rebirth decks, kind of taking a number of slots in a lot of tournaments. Ray of Revelation. I'm assuming that we're trying to pitch this and then flash it back, destroying all that glitters and things like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Unexpected Fangs for the red matchup. Ancient Grudge, which we get twice with red and green in the deck with the flashback cost, and Mass Vandal. So there's a lot of artifact enchantment hate in here, heavy on the life gain versus red, and just a little bit of anti-graveyard hate. Let's take a look at the curve. I would say, let's see, we got Basking Rootwalla at 1, Kitchen Imp. Let's move that down into the 1 drop.
One,
yep.
Yeah. I would argue even that Rootwalla is 0 and Snuff Out is.
That's what I'm doing too. That's how I look at it. So the curve can be, with a lot of decks, the curve is a little bit deceiving.
Yeah.
Troll is probably more, and we're going to go 2, Int
Yeah,
at
yeah.
2. I mean, odds are you're not hard casting them anytime.
Hootim Andrews is between 1 and 2
1
as
and
well.
2. So this is the curve
Yeah.
is more. I would say the minimum game threshold of the deck is probably 3. It can operate on 2, but ultimately you're paying. Let's take Baskin Rootwalla. You'll be paying 2 on occasion to make that a 3/3. So in my experience with the deck, the limited amount that I've played with it, it is mana intensive in that you're trying to do stuff with your mana all the time. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very good.
We're trying to do. I think it's like our turn 3 is very important. So we're trying to fix our mana and get set up during turns 1 and 2 most of the time, and then turn 3 we're gonna try and do stuff like scrap work, muds, discarding an imp, kitchen imp, and then playing it, and then that's 2 good creatures on board, and then we could also do stuff like faithless looting into 2 kitchen imps and stuff like that. So we're trying to use our mana in a very efficient way all the time, basically. So we're gonna make the most use of our mana, like you said. And also that's why we're playing Snuff Out, because we can interact without having to pay mana. And Bolt is also very good here because of that, because we can just keep red up, and then that should be enough.
So for this particular deck, you would make sure I interpret that correctly. Would you be passing on playing Wild Mongrel on 2 and only play Mongrel, unless you had Basking Rootwalla? I guess you could play it on 2 then, but is it more often than not you're playing Mongrel on 3 instead of 2?
No, I would play it on 2 if I have the open mana, and if it's a play that's available to me. Sometimes it's very good, actually.
Okay.
And but like ideally I mean the ideal curve would be something like tap land on turn 1, and then turn 2 I do mud and discard a Walla, so I have already 2 creatures in play, and then pass. And then turn 3 we're trying to do like looting into imp plus something, or mongrel plus imp and stuff like that. So we're trying to be efficient and aggressive, but we are not as fast as most decks, in the sense that we don't usually spend our first 2 turns already kind of pressuring the opponent. The pressure comes a little bit later. So
Now,
it's like turn 2 and 3 and then piling up.
there is some tech in this deck with Witch's Mark from the new Wild of a Drain set. Why that choice?
It's actually a card I'm trying out. It's we have some flex slots here. We were chatting before we started recording. Like you yourself said, you experimented a bit, right? You cut some, you went up to 4 ants. I've done that in the past as well. But I feel like ant is like, it's like troll number 5 and 6. We're not actually. I mean, the good creature we wanna bring back with Exhum is troll. So ant is there more as a mana filter anyway. So we kind of gain these slots if we move things around a bit. Like you could do 3 snuff outs and 3 muds. You don't have to go up to 4 on those. So yeah, it's the list is not done. It's I'm still experimenting with it. And so yeah, Witch's Mark seems good because you don't get 2 for 1 if you don't resolve the spell. You only discard if it resolves. And also the second part of the spell is way more relevant than it seems at first glance, because growing a creature and then having your opponent lose life if it gets killed is big in this deck, because we're trying to be the aggro deck, right?
Right, and it's kind of like it's almost having 2 more copies of Scrapwork Mutt. It's just the spell version of Scrapwork, not the creature version.
Yeah, exactly. That's
okay. All right. Well, are you ready to get into some games?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Match 1, game 1, live, unknown opponent. This is not, well, we could technically keep it. I'm not real thrilled with it. If we keep it, it's Faithless Looting on 2 into Basking Rootwalla, or we can ship the hand. What do you think?
I think I keep.
All right.
We have all our 3 colors, and we have card draw. We have free creatures to play. I would, yeah, I would keep.
Turn 1 Great Furnace. What a surprise.
Yeah. Oh,
Actually, we could have just led with Mountain.
yeah, but I think we're
I don't
fine.
mind it,
We're
though.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like getting a dual land in on turn one. Oh, okay, that's not what we thought.
That's not what I was
It's a
thinking.
different.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll probably go turn 2 Swamp, Faithless Looting, Basking Root Walla.
Yeah, let's see what we draw. Okay. Yeah, so I like playing swamp before looting because there's a chance we
Kitchen
might
Imp.
draw imp. Yeah.
Yeah, like the sequencing in the deck, you have to be really careful
Yeah,
on what
for
you're
sure.
doing because you can make a mistake like that. This is going to be very sweet.
Yeah.
I think I thought about. I'm not going to pitch and I'm going to pitch looting and root walla, and then I'm going to fetch a land with int and exhume the next turn.
I would actually pitch the forest and the walla because I think we have already many lands in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because then next turn we're looking at probably just exhuming and then seeing what we draw because right now we can.
sure,
Sure.
I'll take it. I'm probably playing depending. I'm going to fetch a. You want to fetch a basic forest here, or do you want to fetch a tap land? I think
I'd say
basic
probably
forest is
basic.
fine.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then I'm going to, depending on what we draw, I'll probably looting and then exhume.
Yeah. Let's see what we draw first. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
loot. Okay,
Nice.
so we have a Walla. We're looking at discarding Walla and then Firebolt, I think. Yeah. Or even a land, I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to ship a land. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to throw away the Haunted Mire because that's going to give us double black.
Yeah.
I'll probably go.
I would say Walla and Firebolt.
All right. And I'm going to exhume now. I usually attack first. Well, I just don't want them to get a creature in the graveyard. I'd rather just do it now.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah, see, so turn 3 is usually a very big turn in this deck.
Yeah, that's been my experience too. Like, you can really either start getting control of the game on turn 3, or
Yeah.
you can just kind of see it starting to get away from you a little bit.
Yeah. Dispute.
If we can get through this without losing anything, and he doesn't makeshift munitions away our Baskin Root Walla, we can get in with some serious damage.
Yep. Cool, okay.
This is 4-color Affinity. I wonder if they're running. They might be running all that glitters. I've seen a version that's like 4-color like that.
Yeah. This is looking like Grix's Affinity with a splash for glitters.
That's what I think as well.
Oh, nice. That's a good boy. We're gonna go and I think we just attack first.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I wanted to play the land to make sure I had access to double root
Yeah,
wall,
yeah,
just in case.
yeah, for sure.
That's only
Because
once per
here we
turn,
could,
right? Yeah.
yeah, once per turn, yeah. So right here they have the treasure, which means they could kill a Walla if they want, but that's gonna cost an extra resource. So I would pump a Walla to try and force them to sack the treasure.
Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking about
S- s-
going with both of them. I mean, we could
I w-
pass and go with Wild Mongrel as the next play.
yeah, I think that's better. Because yeah, okay, yeah. So they lose
But
two.
what if we got to? Are they running Croc Clan Shaman? Like, because that can sort of wipe out everything except for Generous End. Like, do we hold Wild
Yeah,
Mongrel back and just in case? Yeah, I think we play it now. So,
yeah, I could see that being a good idea.
um,
Yeah, just hold the mana up and then we can eat the food if nothing happens.
yeah. And then we can still force him to, if he does try to Croc Clan, or we at least can respond with Root
Yeah,
Walla's ability. He can hit us.
yeah.
He can hit us from two angles: the makeshift munitions or Quark Clan if they run it. But turn 5, right? I think we activate
I
here
think we pump.
and
Yeah,
just
yeah, for sure.
force them to spend more resources.
Hmm. Oh, they're actually killing the other one now. Are they still gonna respond to this one?
Um,
Probably
I
not.
I
Okay.
probably would have if I'm gonna try to kill
Yeah.
it. Like I don't want to just waste a resource, but
Yeah, maybe they're trying to. Oh, okay, mirror retriever. I was not expecting that
yeah,
one.
me neither. Not quite sure what we're
Yeah.
on here. Um, I don't think. Oh yeah, we'll just use Firebolt, and he'll return Blood
Yeah, they
Fountain.
they don't have. Yeah, they don't have anything big in the graveyard right now.
Now we can snuff out and use Firebolt
Yeah,
for
but
lethal.
yeah, but let's see. We don't have to do that right now.
Yeah, we can. Oh, we certainly got
Oh,
lethal
okay.
now.
So now,
So
now we have to.
we can.
Yeah,
I still
we
think
just snuff the.
snuff it. We snuff the
Yeah,
retriever, and then
yeah.
pump the root walla, and then just get in for the rest.
I know. I'd actually just. Oh yeah, yeah. That's true. That's the line. Let's see if they want to try to
Because he'll
kill the
probably kill the
Walla in
walla.
response. Yeah.
Like he has to sack. Well, I thought he would sack it to munitions, but he didn't.
Yeah, I think we attack pump using swamp and forest, and then do the rest in the second May.
Wow, he just took it. All right.
Okay, so firebolt.
Nice. That's lethal on turn. And there's the match. He conceded.
Like just actually spend the mana. So it's green, red, and then we also have a swamp in play if we draw Snuff Out. This is really good.
Excellent.
Oh, is this Suicide Red?
Don't know. No, he's playing Vampire Lacerator.
Yeah. Oh, Suicide Black. That was, yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like Suicide Black. Yeah, it's an old deck from back when I used to play Extended.
So
Yeah,
we
I
want to
think we
go Mountain Mongrel,
Mm,
pass, and then try to set up a block and discard Basking Root Walla
Yeah.
to pump it. Almost
Yep.
past the turn. I have a lot of screens on my end. God, I haven't played against this in ages.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know how well it's able to perform in today's Pauper, but it's a deck I actually like a lot.
I really hope he's running Snuff Out so he could turn Wild Mongrel black.
Yeah. Okay, they're trying to -2/-2. I'd say we discard the Walla
Sure.
first. Yeah, and then yeah, that's enough for now, at least.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah. So it becomes a 1/1. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we can bolt
Probably gonna have
that.
to. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill that guy, but it's fine.
I think we just don't block, though.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I wouldn't block.
Opponent's down to 3 cards in hand.
I would say.
Do you want to
We probably
loot or just bolt?
I would say play Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
both the bigger guy, and then we probably play Mutt, discarding looting
Okay.
and attack. Cool.
Now, with this Mad Deck Wins, you've played it in both paper leagues and online leagues too, correct?
Yeah.
You want to block this Lacerator or just take the damage?
Yeah, for sure. I would block. Mutt is very nice because it's
Can bring it back from the
once
graveyard.
it gets into play. Yeah, once it's in play, it's already done its job because we really just want it to loot. So it's a body we don't really care about,
Right.
and that's very nice. We really don't care if it dies.
So we have Wild Mongrel. We've got Witch's Mark. Do you want to use
Yeah,
Ent to fetch a land, or do you want to loot here?
I would. I
I
would
think we win
probably.
this race, though. Like, if we swing and Baskin Root Waller, we're hitting for 5.
Yeah, the problem here is that if we spend the mana pumping wall, we're not gonna be playing the second mongrel. So
Yeah, we
I
can.
would say probably
Let's see. Would we fetch a forest? Yeah, we won't be.
I would actually what I do is I'd play the swamp and then tap mountain and swamp to catch witch to play witch's mark, and then we're planning on discarding the end to the witch's mark, and we pick Walla for the pump. You have to choose the Walla because it's the second part of the spell, and then yeah.
And you want to discard the Ent.
The end, yeah. Then we see what we draw and then decide if we want to play the mongrel or like
We're going to draw.
unearth the.
Yeah, right. Unearth the scrapwork.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so new plan. I would say we discard the imp
Yeah.
to the mongrel and then
play Mongrel.
keep red up.
Yep.
Yeah, we just keep red up, and then at the end of the turn we cycle the end, the troll. This is very nice. Suddenly attacking for 7.
Do you want to swing with the Root Waller and force the
No,
block?
they actually can't. They can't block.
Right.
It has shadow, so yeah. Attack with everything and pass.
Sure.
Signing blood. Okay.
I can't imagine the opponent has a lot of outs here.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to fetch basic swamp, or you want to find a fetch land, a tap land?
I would get the other mire, the haunted mire. Once we get some games we play fine with just one green source, but once we get a Walla in place, we're gonna wanna have at least 2. Okay, so we found we found it naturally. I would just
play
I mean
forest.
Yeah, play. Yeah. And then I think we unearth the mutt.
You want to
discarding
unearth
mire?
the mutt first.
Okay, sure.
I think.
Discard mire. I actually doesn't really make a difference.
I think
Discard the forest. Yeah.
I think discarding the mire
Because
we'll have untapped.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we could just do that. Sick.
I think we just attack.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, they could have a defile maybe, but I don't think that saves them. Walla can go up to 4. Mongrel can go up to 4. Okay. Yeah, we pump the Walla just in case. And then
I think we just passed this. Yeah, it's just lethal.
Yeah, that's lethal. Yeah.
If he tries to do something else, which wouldn't, I thought maybe defile, but
Yeah.
I don't think we need to board at all. Maybe one electric,
Yeah.
maybe, but I think we could just run it as is.
I would actually no. We can actually cut all our snuff outs. They do nothing.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
Maybe
right?
just
all
switch.
Black.
Yeah, it's actually more about boarding out than boarding in. I would get
fangs.
And two fangs for sure.
Yeah, certainly snuff out is the obvious one. I'm looking at everything else but snuff out. The deck is so fun to play with, I think. I mean, there's stuff going on every turn. I think what's critical about the deck, in my experience with it, limited as it may be, is making sure you're getting your mana right. Like, you can really mess it up and just fetch for the wrong color and just not set up properly. Do you like this, or do you want to ship it?
Yeah, I like it very much.
Yeah, me too. Do you want to fetch with Troll in the opening turn? Obviously, it depends what we draw. We're going to go tap land, ridge land.
Yeah. Okay, maybe if they have 3 1-mana creatures, maybe that's the nuts. That's the whole idea of the deck, right? Play 3 creatures that deal 2 damage on turn 1. Let's see if we can raise that. I would say probably we're gonna go and play mountain
with an exhume. That would be pretty nice. You want to go mountain, fetch basic swamp.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if we can get unexpected
then turn 2
things.
we can play discarding Walla, so we have already 2 creatures in play. I like how the deck is not embarrassing me in front of the camera because it's giving our mana, is dealing our mana very well.
Yeah, and I've noticed that when I've played it, the difficulty will come in when the mana is not cooperating.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
sometimes you have to mulligan to 5 to find the right mana to start. It's not that hard because we only need at least 1 land, any land, and then 1 cycler.
Yep.
We're very likely to have that. So, people may look at the deck list and see 16 lands and think it's crazy for a 3-color aggro deck, but I think Pauper is at that point. I think the
for
mana
sure. I know
it's actually better than it seems.
On a lot of David Royale's decks, he'll run 12 lands. And the full the full 8 land cyclers, like he just pushes it to the max. But
David is brave.
Yes, he is brave and brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Exhume off the top would be super sweet.
Yeah, Exhume is great. Even Mongrel, I would say, probably better than playing the Mutt here. Okay, so we just keep our plan.
Do we want to go... are we going with Mutt discard? Root Walla.
Yeah, Mutt discard. Yeah.
Do you wanna, I think Forest is... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
it doesn't really matter, yeah.
Now let's just hope the opponent draws blanks. I mean, we'll be blocking with Mutt Going back to the previous note of once Mutt has been in play, his job is done. So we'll be
Yep.
blocking something if possible, unless he defiles us, and then not blocking with Root Walla.
Yep. I would say we're gonna prefer to block the Lacerator, the vampire, the 2/2 vampire. Because actually no. Yeah, let's block the Carnophage because that one that is the one they can opt to not pay life, right? Yeah. So we block that one.
All right.
But actually, no. Let's block the vampire because we're gonna be at 10 right now, and they are gonna have a free untap.
Sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's great for us.
Yeah. It's a card.
Oh, okay. Both is nice. I think we probably just play Swamp and pass. Planning on pumping Walla, blocking and bolting. Take a
Yeah,
little bit of a defensive stance here.
that's my thought too. Always important to know who's the beatdown and who's
Yeah.
the control deck, and we are certainly in control range at the moment. You want to bolt the Lacerator and then pump Root Walla on Carnophage?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. What do you think this deck's most difficult matchup is? An aggro deck with
I
early
think
pressure or more controlling?
I would say this deck plays well against control. We have recursive threats like Mud and Exhume that helps. We have some tools versus aggressive decks. I think decks like Walls and Elves are kind of troublesome.
Yeah.
And if we're not fast enough, we can also suffer versus stuff like Grixis Affinity.
Right. So
Otherwise, I'd say we have
a stalled board state where like elves and walls where they're
yeah,
just so wide
yeah,
and so many creatures you can't break through.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You almost need
Because
to
we
turn
don't
to
have
troll in that
much.
situation.
Yeah, we always have that. But yeah, I think we have good removal, but it's very limited.
Yeah.
And we don't actually draw that many cards. We actually do draw cards, but they're mostly going to the board. We don't usually have a lot of cards in hand. So, okay, so here I think we could also. Are they gonna have removal?
Probably. I mean, I think we go for it, right? I think we block the Carnophage, pump Root Walla, bolt Lacerator, and then if all of that survives, we might be able to Unexpected Fangs on the next turn potentially. So.
Yeah.
I imagine he's got removal. I mean, he's drawn no lands. I don't know what he's holding. And he's got such a low curve, it has to be removal, I would think. Or not.
Yeah, maybe they have extra creatures to put on board. Okay, now they have something. The file, sure. Okay, so we're back to 1. We're losing our walla. But that's actually okay. Not
Yeah.
that bad.
And I think we have to pump there. We can't wait for the response. I mean, it's going to die anyway if we don't pump it. It just
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is, you know.
Another?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
A
We
little
can
bit too
loot.
many lanes here.
Yeah. I mean, we can
Let's
loot, but I
loot.
think game is over more than likely. We might be able to
Yeah.
survive if we can exhume. It's only got one card in hand. Yeah, I think it's exhume or bust here. Almost.
Okay, we got a mongrel.
Yeah.
That's something. I would discard the basic lands and play the tap land and mongrel.
If we can see, he does 6. If we can get a Fangs on, it can really buy us some time.
Yeah.
We're on life support, but it's not over yet.
Mm-hmm. It's close.
We're on turn 5, and he's drawing no lands. That's straight gas.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like a 15 land deck or
Yeah.
something.
Do you want to block the Lacerator again? Or are we looking
Yeah,
at
we're going
blocking the
down to
elf? Like, we take
7.
4. We can block this and get it off the
Go down
table.
3. Yeah, I would do that. Then we don't have to discard if we don't want to. If we don't need to.
Oops.
Oh, actually, yeah.
My fault.
You have to move to blocks. Yeah.
Sure.
This figures.
I mean,
so we
we
would
could
have to
dump-
discard 2 cards.
Yeah. We could dump Mark
I would do
and
that.
Troll, keep the Fangs.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I would do that.
Got another one. Brutal.
Oh, it's an angler.
Yeah.
Okay.
About that life support.
Let's let's draw an earth. Well, not an earth. What is it called? Exhume.
Exhume. Yeah. We are done.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna scoop here. We have no outs now. So, well, we have a looting.
We have a
could
looting and a
loot.
mutt.
Yeah, I think we loot. Pitch
Yeah, we lose.
that right.
Yeah.
If we loot and get exhume, we can exhume a troll. We'll take 2. I think that's what. No, we don't have enough lands.
Yeah, but I think we should do it just
Just to
for
see
the
what
hell of it.
happens.
I don't know.
All right,
Yeah.
bro. If that was
Almost.
almost, if it was an untapped land, we had it. Oh
Yeah, okay,
man,
we're
that's
done.
so funny.
So
It
I
was
think
fun.
now we should probably switch 2 electricity for 2 extra things. I think
Yeah,
electricity probably doesn't get much.
agreed. I don't think there's a point on playing spell bomb here. Unless you want,
Yeah,
well,
no,
we
me
do. I
neither.
mean, we can we can go, we could cut 1 unexpected things and bring in 1 spell bomb. Could do that.
Yeah,
I mean, cantrips, or we
yeah,
could
that's
just go
true.
4 fangs, whichever you prefer.
No, I think we're fine with 3 fangs
All right.
because they have a removal, cheap removal. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's tricky to get fangs to work. Okay, mana problems
Yep.
finally.
There it is.
Okay, mulligan. Okay,
We have a looting.
can we keep this? I think we can keep this.
I would the way I would play it is I would go mountain pass, hope to hit a second land on
Yeah,
the draw, and if not,
yeah.
we can reevaluate.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Probably
we dump
send.
Hooting Mandrills probably. I mean, it's a great
Yeah.
card, but I don't see us getting it on the field anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm playing super slow, but apparently not. Like we're even on time.
Yeah.
But it felt, we're going to do this again. Come on, bro.
Also, it's gonna be 2 creatures probably,
Mm-hmm.
not 3. That's better. Okay.
I'm just going to fetch a
Okay.
swamp, and then we'll looting
I,
next turn.
I would fetch the swamp forest, the haunted mire, because we're not gonna use the mana this turn anyway. So just
Right.
play the tap land and have all our colors.
What kind of dog do I hear in the background?
It's not. So I live in the 11th floor, and it's a dog in a house in the same street that I live up the street, and it's I don't know. We it barks a lot during the day. It's a guard dog for the house. Oh, nice. Okay, so I would say probably looting, discarding imp, and let's see what we draw, and then we have an imp into play. Probably on blocking duty. Okay, discard looting and imp. Play imp, play land, and pass.
Then we can get another imp in next turn,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. It's just in survival mode at the moment.
They didn't have a second land, so that's good.
It's very good.
Okay.
I wonder if we block
Moving
here
to attack.
because let's see, defile is what, -1, -1.
Yeah.
I like my concern is we go to block, he defiles, we lose the creature, we do nothing. I think we take this.
But next
You think?
turn, I would block the vampire
Okay.
because next turn we can go imp, mutt into imp, and have two creatures in play again. So yeah, okay. Yeah,
You
I will
want to
do
block the
that.
lacerator.
Yeah.
All right.
If they have a removal, at least we're saving some life. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. He just had it with -2.
Yeah, they
So
had. Yeah,
worked out.
if it was a -2, they probably better. They would be better casting it before combat.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, what
That's what
do
I
we
was
have?
thinking. Do we want to go
Oh,
mongrel pitching imp or mutt pitching imp? Actually, I would
um,
rather go mutt because
yeah.
we're going to
So we draw a
sacrifice
card.
it and block. But if we
Yeah,
go mongrel pitching imp, we can still pitch again.
yeah. If we play mongrel, we don't have to pitch the imp immediately. We can do that at the end of their turn because we're not attacking with it, are we?
I don't think
We
we're
could.
attacking right now with the imp. Like my thought is we
Yeah,
still want to play defensive. So my thought was
exactly.
scrap work mutt because we know we're going to block. Pitch the imp, it can block,
And th-
or we go
and then we draw a
mongrel.
card. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's what I think the best line is. But well,
Yeah, yeah.
not best, but just the most optimal.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get it back after blocking duty. So
Yeah.
I think we don't pitch it until his turn. Oh no, we have
We
to
don't.
because we have to draw.
There
A
we have to
card.
do it
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Do another mongrel. Okay.
Well, I'm assuming he's got more removal.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm assuming that.
I think it's safer not to have attacked with the imp.
I think we block both. I thought about not blocking.
Actually,
and just going with the
the
unexpected fangs.
we can't block the Slayer.
Right. So let's just block the
So the idea
lacerator.
here, the question here, do we want to double block the lacerator so we make sure it dies,
Well, we certainly
even
can.
if they have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
let's do that.
if he's got another disfigure, it's over anyway in that regard.
Yeah,
Like the blockings. I think we double block here.
yeah. We take 2, go down to 9. Let's see if they have it. Seems like they don't have it. Oh, they even killed the creature that's better for us to die.
Yeah. I'm surprised. That's interesting. You have to flip that around in the blocking order.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah. Okay.
So do we go fangs?
Oh, maybe they have file? No, it's okay. Ritual.
All right.
Bump. Oh
It's-
my god. Are you gonna have 3 bumps?
No, I think he's going angler.
Oh, okay.
I think. Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
it's an earth. Okay.
It's better than angler.
And Carnophage. That's 3 creatures.
Yep.
And
He's out of cards.
okay, let's see what we draw. Oh,
Actually, it's really good
huge.
because we can
Yeah.
fangs. Let's swing with fangs and bolt. Which one are we bolting?
We bolt the one that's tapped because it can't
Yeah.
be blocked.
Now, if we can just dodge his top decks, we'll be in good shape, I think.
Yeah. And the nice thing is our imp is out of range for both Defile and Disfigure right
Disfigure,
now.
yep. I mean, Gurmag is probably the worst for us at that
Yeah.
moment. I mean, we're only taking 1 life, essentially, 1 damage
Mm-hmm.
due to
Good
due to the
5.
imp, but he passed.
Maybe it's something they can cast like a 2-minute. Okay, good. This is good.
Do you
I
want
think we should.
to Witch's Mark to up the life link with the roll token and pitch
Yep,
looting?
yep, yep. And let's have the. Oh, okay. Maybe we should leave the wooded ridgeline up because it's the one that can cast like a bolt if we draw that. Okay, discard
And
the
discard
looting.
looting.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
nice.
So now we gain 4, go up to 9 again. It's looking good.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen no other edict effects or anything like that, so it seems to be mainly disfigure, defile, things like
Yeah.
that. I mean, they
Pro-
may have it, but I don't know.
yeah, they could. Yeah. Probably makes sense for them to be running only one.
Yeah, with as few lands as they have.
Yeah.
2-turn clock. You want to pitch the troll at end step, or do you want to? Yeah, I think we have to. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
I would
looting
do
it
that.
out of the graveyard, but I don't think that is optimal. I'm just going to fetch basic swamp. No, dude. What are you doing?
What is the other card? What is the other card? Okay, it's a
Oh, it's
creature.
fine.
Fine for now. Okay. Ooh.
Well,
What do they have in the graveyard? Do they
they
have
have.
creatures?
Yeah, I think so. Wait a minute. No, they don't. Yeah, they got
Oh, they do. They do.
Dolthy Slayer, which we don't want because that's gonna. We can't
Yeah.
block it. He's got Shadow here. We can block these two. I think we just swing and double Mongrel, and then we can pitch.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Wait. We got
They're
Firebolt
gonna be
in the
aggressive.
we got Firebolt in the graveyard too,
Mm,
so that's gonna help with the reach.
that's true.
Not that I think we need it.
Let's attack and then play 2 mongrels. Don't even play the land, right? Because then if we need to play the land to firebolt next turn, we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's food for mongrel.
Exactly. I'm just gonna keep Haunted Ridgeline open. No, I'm not. We're using it. All right. Let's see if we can get a scoop. The Witch's Mark has been really good.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
there's
we
the
got it.
concession.
This
Wow.
was a very cool match.
It was a fun match, and it was a unique match because there are decks that really aren't being played. I gotta switch my
Yeah.
screen here real quick. Hang on 1 second.
And also, they were playing aggro, and that showcased how the deck can also kind of be the control deck while also being aggressive at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. And actually, not only aggro, they were really hyper aggro with the 2 games with Dark Ritual and getting creatures out really quick. So it's super fun to play, and that was a great match. It was fun to play it. Really appreciate you taking the time to hang out, play the deck. I'm glad you built it. It's a lot of fun to play. The more I play it, the better I get with it, because it's got some nuances to it, right? There's some subtleties to the deck that just aren't necessarily there. So anything else that you would like to add about the deck before we go?
Yeah, I think you just said something very important, which is the deck kind of has its own logic, the way it works, the mechanics. It definitely takes a while to get used to. It's not very intuitive. Like you were piloting it really well. Like even with the mana and everything, might have, for people watching, might have seemed easier than it is, because we have to think ahead, like the imp lines, like before casting looting, just play the swamp, so you have the black mana in case you draw either exhume or the imp, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is the way we actually get to optimize our mana and our turns and make the most out of our turns. And yeah, you played it really well. And thank you very much for having me and for taking to the deck. I mean, it's always nice when people get excited about this deck, this kind of deck. I'm always working on something like this, and I'm super excited about Madness. So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
well, I'm glad I saw it on Twitter. When I saw it, I'm like, wow, that looks interesting. Just solitaired a couple games, killing time. I'm like, this is really fun. And for me, it's a very fun deck to play if it fits that kind of player profile. I'm very redundant, and I think it's the mana or the land sequencing that's what you have to really get down in the deck. Like sequencing, I know in a turn from now I'm going to need double green, double red, double black, whatever that you need, and you have to be sequencing the mana out and getting that correct as you're thinking the game play out, or else you're going to find yourself in a situation where like, I knew I needed double red because I needed bolt, and I needed firebolt and lightning bolt, but I opted for this instead, and now you're a turn behind. So, but it's a lot of fun to play. It's the sequencing is really important. Really appreciate the time that you spent with me, and I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks very
everyone.
much.
Stay safe and be well.